All right, so as of 2018, WPA3 has arrived. Now, I added this lecture on as an additional lecture, and I call this an additional lecture because I didn't see this explicitly discussed in any of my study material. So I want you to understand that even though I'm talking about WPA3 here in this slide, it may or may not be on your exam. It all depends if Microsoft updates their questions to include WPA3 or not. And unfortunately, they don't tell us this information in their exam objectives. They don't get that detailed, which is unfortunate. So it's better to know this than not know this. Now, I'm not going to get into the technical aspects of WPA3. Just understand that it's more secure than WPA2. So yes, there were shortcomings for WPA2. If you want to know what they are, you can do your own research outside this class. But just understand that WPA3 is now here more secure. So as of January of 2018, so I'm recording this video in December of 2018, the Wi-Fi Alliance announced WPA as a new wireless encryption standard to replace WPA2. So as of January of 2018, this was announced. And I did a bit of research and I read that some router companies are including WPA3 as of late 2018. So some of the different brands on some of their newer devices, they do include WPA3, but not all devices include WPA3. And in fact, I upgraded my router late this year in the fall of 2018, and it only supports up to WPA2. So it doesn't support WPA3. So I would expect a wider adoption sometime in 2019. I don't know when. Maybe it'll be announced during one of the big conventions in Las Vegas. Who knows? But expect it to have a wider adoption in 2019. And if you're watching this video in 2019, if it still hasn't been adopted on a majority of devices, then we're just still playing that waiting game with the manufacturers to make devices that support WPA3. Now, why are we replacing WPA2? Well, researchers, again, university researchers, well, they published a paper. They were able to crack WPA2 in October of 2017. And if you do a little bit of research and some searching online, you'll easily find that WPA2 has some weaknesses and it can be cracked. Now, I don't know how fast it can be cracked, but it can be cracked and it is vulnerable to specific attacks. So the bottom line of this is that if your router supports WPA3, I'd highly recommend using it over WPA2. Again, if your router only supports WPA2, well then utilize WPA2. But understand when WPA3 its adoption is widespread. I don't know if they're going to do it through firmware upgrades or if they're going to do it through new devices. I don't know the technical details, but if you can get it through a firmware update, then I'd highly recommend updating the firmware on your wireless router. And if it's through a hardware upgrade, then I would recommend, for data security reasons, upgrading to a WPA3 supported device and network interface cards and so forth. So that's our lecture on WPA3. Like I said, if you want to learn more about the technical aspects of it and when different manufacturers are going to be adopting it or what devices currently already are adopting it, so you can make your home wireless network or your small office wireless network more secure, just head on over to Bing or Google and Yahoo, and you should be easily able to identify and find that information. So if you have any questions, let me know. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Well, I hope that you enjoyed today's video and you learned a lot from it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now, if you're interested in taking this full course or just learning more about it, check out the video description down below because I've included a link where you can learn more about the course and enroll into it if you'd like. So again, thanks for watching my video. I appreciate it and I look forward to seeing you guys at the next video. Take care.